I heard that you and Father once engaged in a prolonged battle throughout the netherworld of Scarlet Dusk.
Yeah, a long time ago. I was hired to drive Margaret back. At the time, he was trying to take control of that world.
It was there that the two of you exchanged words, and you revealed to him that you loved Flan, resulting in a mutual understanding. Father told me you two became so engaged in a conversation about Flan that you forgot you were in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, he just started going on and on about Flan. Then he simply said, "I see Flan," and suddenly disappeared. I never would have thought he'd go on to become the overlord of some Flan-loving netherworld.
The whole idea of feeding someone Flan to become their BFF came from the exchange he had with you.
I still don't get it. How could that possibly work?
Back then, Father believed strength was the true arbiter of justice. After discovering the virtue of violence, he sought to become an overlord. But after meeting you, he wondered if his singular hobby, Flan, could unite an entire netherworld through the power of mutual understanding.
Isn't that kind of extreme?
To test his theory, Father forced his way into Super Duper, a place that was ruled by violence at the time, and following his beliefs, unified it. When he was still alive, he referred to you as the BFF who made me realize the value of making Flan.
I had nothing to do with any of that. Everything he accomplished was because of his own hard work. I swear, to think he was that big of an idiot. At this point, it's downright impressive.
That is why I had longed to meet you. To see what kind of demon Father's first BFF was.
And when you found yourself in need of a merc, after all of your retainers rebelled, you got in touch with me.
To be honest, I just wanted an ally. I thought that since you were Father's BFF...
Putting all this BFF business aside, I'll be anyone's ally, for the right price. Sure, some mercs will take the cash and leave without finishing the job, but that's not who I am.
Then, it is as I thought, N.A. Nobody who loves Flan is truly a bad person.
Anyway, of the two remaining cyclamates, who's next?
Rock Andy. He lurks within Mount Calamity. However, he may not be as easy as your previous targets.
You mean he's strong?
No. He is the head chef of Super Duper. He served as Father's right-hand man when it came to making Flan. I suspect that he is far more skilled at the craft than I am. I fear that he will not be so easily swayed by sampling my Flan.
Oh, I see. If this Rock Andy guy's flan is more delicious, maybe I should be his BFF instead.
Why?
At the end of the day, netherworlds are cruel. Whether it's through violence or flan, the most powerful reigns supreme. If he also makes flan, why shouldn't I side with whomever makes it better?
That makes perfect sense. But it would be problematic for me.
I'm only joking. I'm not in the business of switching clients on a whim. I thought I told you that.
Annie! Didn't I tell you that some things you say are infuriating?
Anyway, I guess guess you'll just have to beat him with your own skills. Toss all the gossip to the Kusits. You've inherited the Flan Netherworld, right? That means you can't forgive people when they take the easy way out, when it comes to Flan.
How true. Very well. I shall make flan that will even impress Rock Andy.
I suppose it's pretty presumptuous of a merc, who's never been an overlord, to lecture her about this. I'm getting too involved for my own good. I'm leaving this place once the job's done. Maybe she's rubbing off on me. When my mission is accomplished, I'm out. Yeah.
Bonjour! I have been waiting for you, Monsieur Mercenary. Welcome to Rock Andy's kitchen.
How did you get my number?
In this day and age, getting personal information is a cinch. As such, I had no trouble obtaining your number.
Which means you're prepared. I suppose now that I'm up to target number 5, it makes sense that you'd start prepping for me.
No, no. This is not what I meant. I wish to welcome you into my ranks.
I have no interest in being recruited. I have my pride as a merc to uphold.
Is that so? Oh, how unfortunate. I suppose that means the prized flan will go uneaten.
Hey, what's this prized flan you're talking about?
It's an oh so delicious flan that I put my all into
That's so.
Does that pique your interest? That it did. If you manage to defeat all the assassins I send your way, I will gift you said flan.
Sounds fun. I accept your challenge. Wait.
you're doing quite well. I knew you were strong. I suppose Epileph was no match for you.
You don't seem the least bit worried. I could just keep going and take you down.
That won't be happening. It is impossible for you to ignore the allure of my flan. Now then, only one assassin remains. Who will end up with the prize flan?
What's that? What's that?
Welcome, Monsieur Mercenary. This is the prize flan.
Hey, isn't that just the purest flan Tichelle made?
Indeed it is. I felt it would be easier for you to tell the difference with a flan that you've tasted before. It would be hard to get a conclusive answer from Super Ally or Seven Seas Urchin flan, right? That makes purest flan the perfect choice. Now then, bon appetit. Soon you will understand just how talented I am at making flan.
Let's see. Well, it looks the same. The texture and sweetness are better adjusted than Tichelle's. In terms of pure technical skills, you're certainly better than she is.
Right? I was not Overlord Margrave's head chef or nothing. As long as I have the recipe, I can perfectly replicate any dish. I can perfectly replicate any of the recipes Overlord Margrave left behind. That obviously includes purest flan. In other words, I am the #1 flan maker in all of Super Duper. I am going to open my own restaurant. I have no intention of working for a talentless little girl who isn't as good at making flan as I am. What say you? Work for me and you can eat delicious flan all day, every day.
Don't make me repeat myself. I refuse.
But why? What reason do you have to side with that little girl?
The answer is simple. I don't like you.
How unfortunate. Then I have no choice but to beat you down! There! I'm going to brûler you! There! Come on! Brûler you! Brûler you! There!
I got the pristine Gleamflawn back, but this ain't over yet.
Precisely. If you wish to bring me back, you must convince me with Flawn.
You heard the man. You're up, Tichelle.
Hello, Rock Candy.
Welcome, Tichelle. I am prepared for you. You made roasted Ruination Flan, just as I expected. How did I know, you ask? Because I love roasted flan. There is no better choice for winning me over. However, that is also one of Overlord Margrave's recipes, and since I can perfectly replicate it, that means mine will be more delicious. Tichelle! It is time to duel! Let us see whose flan is more delicious.
And who's going to decide the victor?
You, of course, Monsieur Mercenary.
You do realize she hired me, don't you? Aren't you worried I might take her side?
You do not compromise when it comes to flan. Regardless of your position, you will be an unbiased judge.
Seems like you know me pretty well. You okay with that, Tichelle?
I have no objections. Let us begin.
It goes without saying that they look the same. In that case, I'll start with Rock Andy's flan. Now, for Tichelle's.
Now then, render your judgment. Even though I already know this effect will be.
Don't rush me. The winner is Tichelle's flan.
What? How can that be?
Try it for yourself. If you claim to be Super Duper's #1 flan maker, then you'll surely taste the difference.
Let me see. What? This is the more delicious flan. But how?
Rock Candy, you said that you perfectly replicated Father's recipe. But do you know where he usually made it?
Huh? Why, in the castle, of course.
Precisely. And where we are now is much hotter than in the castle.
Obviously.
Exactly. Because it's hotter here than in the castle, it's ever so slightly harder to taste the sweetness. That's why I added 3 more grains of sugar to Father's recipe.
And there's 3 grains more? That's it?
Are you an idiot? If you claim to be a confectioner, you should know that even the slightest alteration can change the flavor. The copy-paste flan you made versus the flan Tichelle made while taking the environment into consideration, well, the winner is obvious.
You mean I neglected to think for myself? Satisfied with simply replicating His Majesty's recipe? At this rate, my dream is not, what's that? A dream. I admit defeat. I have underestimated your skill, Princess Tichelle. I am prepared to be executed for my many transgressions.
Rock Candy, I want you to serve as my right-hand man and continue to work hard making flan. As far as your restaurant is concerned, I will look into it once things have calmed down. Do you find that satisfactory.
Oh, oh, but of course, you have my utmost gratitude.
What's wrong? You seemed pretty nervous.
You were meaner than usual today. Of course I was nervous.
Did you have that modified recipe in mind from the start?
No, I only thought of it just before coming here and took a gamble at redoing my flan. I knew if we both used the same recipe, he would win. If my father were here, he would have realized this and modified his recipe from the start.
Look, you figured that out on your own. It's safe to say that's one of your talents. If you don't think you're good enough yet, keep working on it. There isn't much difference between a mercenary and a confectioner. Time solves most problems.
Right. I understand. And I will do my best.
Keep working on it, huh? Says the guy who'll be leaving soon. Am I being an idiot?
Is something wrong, M.A.?
No, it's nothing. Let's head back to the castle.
Wait.